So today I'll be talking about why I meal prep to work, even though I'm not on a budget or fitness plan. So welcome to Quiet Chaos, where I share quiet moments and loud thoughts, and I'm cordially inviting you into my buzzing mind while life happens in the background. And for today's clip, I was pulling an all-nighter in the office, not all-nighter, sorry, like late night office, and I filmed this intro about like 3-4 times because I just put another late night in the office today, and I just got home and did a bit more calls, and my brain is dead, but just feels like a good time to be rambling about something that is kind of related to work. But when things get serious and legit, I do prefer taking my calls in the office, even though I do have the options of doing it at home after working hours. And that's just because I just find it more conducive in the office. Like at home, just too near the bed, and office setup is definitely better. The screen's bigger and everything is just more conducive. Especially if my team's in the office, it's just easier to have like people surrounding me, especially when it's like late in the office. It's not that noisy, and the day is actually so noisy it's hard to concentrate. At night, there's just only a couple people in the office. It's actually just the right amount of supportive environment I need, where just a couple of people in my team that's working on similar things, but not a lot of people are talking over each other, and I can focus on my work, and it's just like light tapping on the mouse, on the keyboard here and there. And yeah, there's a sense of togetherness late in the night. And I think being able to work in the office is just kind of how I strike my work-life balance, and while I try to keep work out of my room and just physically separating the space for work and life. And I know I'm pretty blessed because I live near the office, so I'm able to do so. But these days work has been really, really tough. The quarter life crisis is really starting to hit me. I'm only just about 1 year into work, and oh my god, I'm just so tired of rambling. But anyways, today's video topic is on meal prep, and I've been meal prepping to work for about like 3-4 months, and it actually started because colleagues have been pointing out that the food I buy for lunch is pretty similar to like meal prep food, like just easy to make, and it actually costs like over $10 to get such a meal around my office. And if I do get coffee that day, that's like another like $5-6. And if I were to make my own meals, so far the cost of making the food is honestly just about $3 to $5, so my cost really just cuts by half. And ever since I started bringing my own lunch, I've been also bringing my own like coffee, or using like the pantry coffee machine a bit more. Maybe I'll bring like chocolate oat milk from home, and then I'll add espresso shots in the office, or just doing a lot of like DIY, like kombucha, matcha, latte, black coffee shots. And it didn't really start off as like, oh, I'm on a budget, but I just realized that I'm just saving money in this way, and it's also a lot healthier. I can see what exactly goes into my food, and the money can actually go elsewhere. Like, so honestly, I don't think my expenditure really goes down in general, like for the month, but I think I get to experience more things by saving that money. Like that same money can be going to, I don't know, like a day trip overseas, or I can buy clothes, I can buy experience, I can go to the movies, or things like that. And honestly, with all these long days and just work stressing me out, cooking is kind of a nice unwinding activity that is also kind of productive, I would say. Like, I feel like there's a end goal. While I'm like unwinding, I prepare food that I can actually eat the next day. And I guess it's also like a pretty nice conversational topic. Like sometimes at lunch, people see my food, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is a new hobby of mine, and we can chat a bit about that and all. So it's a nice conversational topic. Also a pretty nice life skill. I actually started cooking in general as like a date night activity, and gradually it became like sometimes we involve our families. We can cook and have like family dinners together, and it's like kind of like a potluck style. Or even for my dad's birthday, I cooked for my family. So it's pretty nice. It's a pretty nice bonding activity. But I'm aware that sometimes, for example, at lunch, I do miss out if I don't join in certain meals, or sometimes the conversation happens when you're out and about and buying food together. So I do make sure that, I don't really miss out on stuff like that. So sometimes people buy food and we come back and gather together at the same pantry, or like a meeting room, and have the meal together. So I make sure I get my bonding time. Or if there's some days where like the team wants to go out for good food, I don't like shy away from that. I definitely do join. I'm not like, oh, because I'm meal prepping and I miss out on that. But definitely I would say on average I do eat my own meal prep meal about 3 times a week. So pretty often still. It's definitely my default mode. And yeah, it's definitely a habit I'll continue. And even just now, even today, even though I had calls till it was like 11 and I was in the office till like 9 or 10, came back from more calls, but I still made more kimbaps when I was at home for tomorrow. And in my last clip, my last ramble video, I was also making kimbap. So if you're interested in the visuals of how I make my kimbap, which is honestly pretty solid, and also you want to hear me talk a bit more about why I prefer long form content over short form content, you can check out my last video. And yeah, that's what I want to talk about, I guess, in this video. I'm not sure, like, do most of y'all watching, do you bring your own food to work? I know some people even, like, eat at home, or they grab lunch outside. What's your go-to option? My go-to option has always been salad. I love a light meal for lunch because I feel sleepy enough and like tired enough and just stressed out. I just don't need like heavy meals, and especially carbs heavy meal, to make me feel tired. So I always like to go for light meals, and I kind of like try to snack on like fruits or healthy things, or just sip on coffee and kombucha and drinks throughout my day at work. And sometimes it's like just little like side quests. If every 1 to 2 hours I go out and make a new drink and just occupy myself and be like, yeah, you just got through another 2 hours in office. And yeah, that's just how I like to eat and drink, I guess, while I'm at work. And it's been such a stressful time period at work, and I just hope that any of you guys out there who are also facing this will find your balance and find your peace and find the meaning and joy in little things in life. And for me, bringing food to work and cooking is that thing. Yeah, I've been really enjoying it. It's definitely a habit that I'll continue. And yeah, tomorrow's midweek. Hopefully there's no midweek blues. And thank you guys for listening to my rambles up till this point. I'm hoping I'm not going to play any more midnights this week, though I likely am, because I am pulled into a couple calls. But that aside, hope you guys enjoyed this ramble session, and I'll talk to you guys again next week. Bye bye.